Fortunately, two of the opponents pulled out. Two of them pulled out, which is shitty. But I mean, hey, all these are used to pulling out, aren't they?
If you win this fight, there's a legitimate argument that you're the biggest active star in the sport. You said that you wanted to compete, maintain a very active schedule. If you win this and suddenly you're the UFC's biggest star, would you be pushing to renegotiate your contract or something like that?
They know. It's all about stocks. The stocks rises, and you rip the contract up, get the next one. Those who know their worth know their worth, and I've always known my worth.
Last one from me. You said earlier that you weren't interested in going into boxing, but with Zuffa Boxing starting up, your successful career as a boxing, even just for the purse, would you consider going into it just for
I'll make that person MMA, guaranteed. I'll make that person the UFC. That's why I said this is where I'm going to end my career. People think, that's why I said, come on, man. You can make $100 million in the UFC. You don't have to go to boxing. That's such a, there's only Mayweather's going to make that. Only McGregor's going to make that, when he fought Mayweather. So it's that's a Mayweather effect. That's going to happen in the UFC. I guarantee you. I might be the first to do it in the UFC. I guess McGregor coming back and compete with me for that, but I might be the first to do that in the UFC. So I don't go to, it's not about money at the end of the day. I'm doing this for legacy. So this is where I'm going to end my career. I don't want to fight the baddest motherfuckers in the world and then go fight some guy, we'll duke it up, but we'll just use our hands. Gotta kick someone in the face.
You've had 5 fights, 14 rounds since last Whittaker's been inactive. How much of an advantage does that give you, do you feel, in terms of ring activity? And
it's momentum. When something gets going and it's rolling, it's really hard to stop. You have to be a really unmovable force to stop it. And I don't think he is. He tried, look at his fight with Romero. He's not an unmovable force, he's very movable. He got dropped 4 or 3 times in the fight. So he's very movable, and I want to shake him.
Who would be your dream fight to have in New Zealand?
New Zealand, I haven't thought about that. My coach put out Stipe, but I haven't really dwelled on that yet. For me, like I said, I focus on this fight right now, so I haven't really pondered on that too much.
You talked about reconnecting, going back to Nigeria. Can you ever envisage a big UFC fight in Africa?
Definitely, 100%. Unfortunately, I'd love it to be in Nigeria, but the leadership is so fucked over there, and I know there'll be so much corruption, so it wouldn't really be able to happen. But I think Morocco is a nice spot that can happen. Maybe somewhere in South Africa or Morocco, but it will definitely happen, guaranteed.
How conscious in Nigeria are they of you? How big a star are you back there?
For me, like I said, it was a personal trip. And I told my dad, I just want to sneak into the country and just go like a regular person. My dad said it can't happen. So they had all the security for me outside with AK-47s and Uzis and whatnot. And from the airport, people were recognizing me. All the Yahoo boys, all the police officers, they all looking at me Adesanya, Adesanya. I'm just surprised. And they're telling me I started watching the UFC because of you. They watch Usman as well, and they stay up till 4 a.m. to watch the fights. So they're very patriotic. When I saw Pacquiao when I was there, I wasn't in the arena, but Maypac, I realized that the Filipinos, they going strong, man, and they shut the whole country down when he fights. I want to be that guy that when I fight, Nigeria shuts down. All the crime rates drop, everything when I'm fighting.
Does it say something about your star power to have John Jones kind of tweeting at you the way he is and talking about you like that? Sometimes he doesn't even mention things,
Not really, I don't think so. But it just shows you how much I'm under his skin, how much I get to him. That's it.
You definitely see that fight happening in the future, right?
I told you, 2021, Raiders Stadium, Las Vegas.
You spoke about Mayweather there. Do you look up to him in any kind of way?
Mayweather's a man. He's the fucking money. I've been money team for a long time. And when he fought McGregor, I was going for McGregor because when I fought in boxing, my first fight, they made me lose. That's my only loss. And I rocked the guy in the first round, smoked him in the second round, and I coached him in the third round, and they gave it to him. And that's because a guy with no amateur record, no pro record in boxing, coming in and making one of the best boxers in Australia look shit, So when he fought Mayweather, I was like, I want McGregor to win because I can relate to that. So, yeah, I look at Mayweather, look when it was Pretty Boy Floyd, what he did, and look at him as money made. He knew the formula. He created that that not everyone followed. Ali did that as well. A lot of people have done that for years, but he's done it the best.
Can you see yourself reinventing yourself like that, like Mayweather did, like Ali did? Do you feel like there'll be different eras of your career, so to speak?
That's a good question. Hold up. Reinventing myself. I've done that with dancing. It might happen with fighting, but just depends how long I'm around for. Depends how long. Like I said, I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a great time. So it depends how long I'm around for. And definitely, reinvention is good. And people don't like change. They'll complain about it, but I'll be like, fuck off. This is my time. I might become freestyle. That might be my new name in about 3 years. Freestyle.
do you have a number, like when you say I'm not here for a long time, do you have like an age where you kind of have in your head, or
Nah,
is it a
it's
feeling
just a feeling. It's a feeling. You'll know. You know the feeling. And I've seen a lot of guys in this game. We know some guys in this game that they're fighting at an age they should not be fighting at, even right now. And I'm like, oh, you have to set yourself up right. You know, I think I've got like 19 properties now since I joined the UFC. Yeah, I told you, I'm buying Auckland like I'm Chinese. But yeah, like, it's just, you know, you have to be the guy that, I don't want to be fighting when I don't want to fight, you know. Even when I was in China, I met some guys on this local circuit that were fighting. They didn't enjoy it. They wanted to be musicians or doing other things, but they're just fighting because it pays the bills and they get money for it. It's passion. If I'm not passionate about something, I'm not going to do it. So after this, I might have my own production company and get into like esports or animation or voiceover acting, or I might trade, what's his name? Andy Serkis. I might come for his spot.
So, I mean, avoiding the possibility of tarnishing your legacy, do you see it as that if you do go on, you were mentioning those guys before that, you know, probably fought for too long, do you see that they may tarnish their legacy in a way?
Yeah. I don't want to say tarnish because I still try and remember them for what they did, the great times. I'm a glass half full kind of guy, so I don't look at their, I know, I'm like, yo, he wasn't who he's supposed to be, so I just kind of to those fights, but it's everyone's subjective. Some people might look at it and be like, oh, his legacy's tarnished, his record. I'm like, no. They were great fighters. And I still think they're great fighters.
Part of you worried Rob might pull out this week? You just come straight in.
On the way here on the bus, one of my friends pranked me. Sure, you hold up, Tony Angelo, I'm about to put you on the spot. And everyone just heard me on the bus go, no, fuck no! And everyone looked and I was like, oh, this is what he said. Oh, where is he? I get so many DMs, I have to scroll. Okay, here we go. He goes, where is he? Where's he go? Bro, I just heard Robert Whittaker's pulling out. And I was like, fuck, stop. I just yelled and I go, stop lying, you're joking. He goes, got you. I was like, oh, fuck all this shit. So, yeah, I'm 95% sure he's gonna show up to the fight. 95% sure because we knew what happened last time. But I think, honestly, even if he broke his ankle, he'll hobble to that. He doesn't want to let people down. The pressure's on him. He doesn't want to let people down. He doesn't want to lose this fight. So I know the pressure's way on him. So even if he broke his ankle, he'll strap that shit up and he'll hobble to the ring or to the cage, and he'll make sure it happens. He'll try. He's a warrior.
It's a big fight for him in that sense too, right? Because you're bringing so much hype here. You know,
it's all hype, baby.
He gains so much from this if he does win, right? Like it's an incredibly valuable fight for him.
Yeah, definitely. He can try and come up with my name, but I'm making sure that's not happening.